Hello, and welcome to the Political Science Department at St. Michael's College. My name is Jeffrey Ayers, and I'm a political science professor at St. Michael's College. I'm in my 22nd year. I started as an assistant professor in 1998. I'm a professor now who focuses primarily on international relations. I have three other tenure line full-time colleagues. Shefali Misra, who's our department chair. She teaches primarily political theory, a number of different courses in the field of political theory. Michael Bozia, who's a professor of primarily comparative politics. He teaches courses across comparative politics from LGBTQ politics, courses on democracy, courses on Western Europe. And I have a colleague, Professor Siplon, Professor Patricia Siplon, who teaches across many different fields: American politics, research methods, public health, African politics. And we have a fourth, in addition to me, that'll be five. We have another colleague joining us, Daniel Simmons. He's just finishing his PhD at UC Davis. He'll be joining us this fall. We're really excited. He'll make a five-person full-time tenure-line department, and Daniel will be focusing on areas of American government, constitutional law, civil liberties, race and politics, and he'll be contributing notably to not just our department, but the now growing criminal justice major, criminology program, and crime and justice minor and criminology major. So we're really excited to have him join us this coming late summer, early fall. All of us are dedicated teacher scholars. A teacher scholar model is something that strong liberal arts colleges embrace. This is a model. It's not a scholar-teacher model, in other words, that you might ordinarily find at an R1 major research institution. Teacher-scholar model believes in research that enriches the classroom. All of our research, we're all engaged as scholars and researchers. We think our research significantly enriches the classroom, and our classroom teaching enriches our research. And the notion of a teacher-scholar, that's that dash between teacher and scholar, connects the two. It doesn't separate the two. And the reason I'm saying that is it means that it demonstrates our commitment to student-centered education, a student-centered, holistic curricular and co-curricular education that you would find at a school such as St. Michael's College. We are teachers, we are mentors, we are advisors, we are letter writers. We write many different letters of recommendation for jobs, for internships, for study abroad, for fellowships, you name it, advising students on course selection, on major selection, and so forth. And I think what we do especially well in our department, but it's not unique necessarily to us, all of the departments, all of the programs and departments at St. Michael's College really excel at enhancing and supporting the Gallup-Purdue Big Six experiences. These are experiences that are seen for many, many years. Tens of thousands of students who've graduated from colleges and universities are surveyed and asked, well, what are the experiences that helped you complete your degree on time, that gave you a sense of self-confidence and helped you feel career ready and life ready, gave you a sense of life preparedness. And these are support experiences that include whether or not a student had a professor who cared about he or she as a person, whether they had a student had a person who made that student feel excited about learning, or whether they had a mentor who encouraged you as a student to pursue your goals, your dreams and goals. We do that extraordinarily well here because of the small class size, because of the daily interactions that we have with our students. We know our students, we know them by name. We develop a very strong friendship, professional relationship with them, support network. And we also excel at supporting experiential learning. And these are the other three of the Big Six. Experiential learning, which include, I mean this as a college, but also as a department, do students have opportunities to be active in extracurricular activities and organizations? Do they have opportunities to engage in at least a semester-long type of project, research project? Or do they have opportunities to be employed on campus and or be placed in internships, international or domestic, during their time? We do that. We support those opportunities extremely well. In our department, we support two majors and a minor. We have a political science major, which is our oldest major, and we have a fairly recent international relations major we created 8 to 10 years ago, that's now become very, very popular. And we, of course, support a political science minor. Political science major is pretty straightforward. What I mean by that is it covers the 4 core subfields of political science: American politics or American government, comparative politics, international relations, and political theory. And so if you major in political science here at St. Michael's College, you'll be required to take courses in those 4 areas, as well as a course in research methods and a senior seminar or senior capstone seminar, where you're effectively writing a senior thesis. And you also have opportunities to take electives. And the electives tend to be courses that are, of course, taught by my colleagues and myself that reflect our research interests. So for instance, you can take a course from me in Canadian politics. I've been teaching that for 22 years now in the fall, and I lead a field trip to Ottawa, Canada for 3 days with students, along with students and faculty at the University of Vermont. Or you could take a course in global HIV/AIDS, which is deeply linked, inextricably linked to my colleague Trish Siplon's research agenda on HIV/AIDS. Or you could take a course in Western Europe, which is linked to my colleague Michael Bozia's focus, particularly in terms of comparative politics of Western Europe. Or you could take a course on identity in politics, which is linked to my colleague, Professor Meeser, our department chairs. One of her areas of interest and specialization is identity in politics, multicultural theory. So that's the political science major, core requirements as well as electives. The international relations major, a little more interdisciplinary. It still has as its core political science courses. Political science is the kind of foundation for the major, but it's more interdisciplinary. We require a number of breadth courses across history, anthropology, religious studies, business, economics, environmental studies, a variety of, you have your choice, but we require you to take 4 courses across a breadth of a wide array of courses that we think are giving you different insights, more interdisciplinary insights into global politics, global citizenship. We require an extracurricular international practicum that's required of the international relations major, although I strongly encourage a student in political science to pursue this as well. But what we mean by an international practicum is study abroad, most likely study abroad. It could be an international internship. We have a fantastic international internship program here at the college funded by the Freeman Foundation that has sent students the last 2 summers to Hong Kong. And we're hopeful that our students will be going to Singapore in the near future. But study abroad, semester study abroad, or academic short-term trips. I lead a trip, for instance, to the United Kingdom, to Wales in the United Kingdom in May, 2-week trip to study environmental sustainability. My colleague Trish Siplon is preparing to lead a trip with a colleague to Denmark. She's also led trips to Africa. I mentioned the trip to Canada. So we in our major, we require that you participate in this type of practicum. We also require in the major more advanced foreign language competency, which we think's natural. We think is important if you're interested in becoming a global citizen. If you're interested in deepening your sense of global competency, we think it's important that you have a more in-depth foreign language experience. We also, as I said, though, in addition to this curricular piece, the 2 majors and the wide array of courses that you'll be able to select if you choose to major in political science or international relations, we as a faculty do a great job supporting a wide array of co-curricular opportunities for our students. And that might mean mentoring student clubs, from the Student Global AIDS Campaign to Model United Nations, to helping students, supporting students for summer undergraduate research, co-presenting with students at conferences, mentoring and advising students for the Fulbright Foundation. I'm a Fulbright scholar, Fulbright alum, as are a couple of my colleagues, mentoring students for the Freeman Foundation scholarships, again, advising students for international and domestic internships, a wide array of opportunities for students to get these experiences that are, again, seen as helping students be engaged on campus, feel they're a part of the life on campus, but also be better prepared academically and professionally as they prepare to graduate. And I'll finish by saying like so many other programs and departments at St. Michael's College, our graduates are successful. I think it has to do with their having had this holistic experience, holistic curricular and co-curricular experience. So we have, just in the last couple of years, we have grads who have gone to law school at Georgetown, George Mason, Boston University, Boston College, Notre Dame. We have graduates who have completed PhDs at American University, Brandeis University, George Mason. We have graduates who are currently working on the Hill in DC, who are employed in the Foreign Service, who are deployed abroad, who work in financial services sectors in Boston, New York, who work in local tech startups here in Burlington, Vermont, who have placements in the Department of Justice in the U.S. Attorney's Office, and of course, many of whom work in non-governmental organizations and nonprofits across the United States, internationally, but here at home in Vermont, from City Market to the Old Spokes home. So in a nutshell, if you decide to attend St. Michael's College and major in international relations or political science, you're going to be working with dedicated teachers, scholars, faculty who care about you both as a student and as a person, who take a student-centered approach to your education, who embrace a more holistic approach to education that's classic of a small residential liberal arts environment.